on top of this fight.
Well, if I'm to be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure. Going into this, Raven has drastically more practice in the past month that he's been playing Street Fighter, though Jake is a long-time player.
I'm gonna be straight up. I think Jake's the underdog here. I have
Honestly.
seen Raven practice. He has gone into silver. Meanwhile, Jake has fallen from silver. Sorry, the Red Bull.
Right.
All right.
It's a little bit of a. I think it'll be a back and forth, personally.
Dude, the air-to-air. Immediately. Jake's kind of coming out on top, surprising everyone.
Of course.
Raven's scared. Molding even.
Raven with his famous Kage.
He's
the 3-4
comboed, grabbed out of his fucking block.
Oh.
Counter grab.
Raven taking a beating here.
Raven is
using his V trigger.
Ooh. Is he gonna make advantage of it? Yes, he is.
Oh.
Jake's blocking all of his things with inhuman reactions, misses the grab and gets punished for it.
So one thing I should note, Raven is using a controller, whereas Jake is using a hitbox.
Ooh. Do you think that would change the battlefield much?
I think it could shorten Jake's inputs and lengthen Raven's.
See, I was also thinking that.
With enough practice, Raven might put up a good fight, despite the technical disadvantage.
I agree. Right now they're throwing punches and blocking. I'm really relating to that fat black guy in the background. Raven gets the grab. Doesn't follow it up with anything. I think that was
Jake got a grab.
Ooh, misses the X and then gets punished for it.
Raven with fantastic. Oh.
Jake is getting in the chip damage. And Raven hits his ultimate move,
Raven with his critical art.
Ooh. The classic air-to-air, followed up with a 2-hit combo.
Raven V-trigger again. Trying to make a comeback here. So close. The grab to finish off Jake. Man, we're very even right now. Raven's Kage.
I think Raven just had to get in the groove, and now that he is in it, Jake is scared. And I don't blame him for that.
Keep in mind, Raven may be a little bit fatigued. He just got finished with his daily run.
Yes, his muscles hurt.
Obviously, his mind doesn't. Fantastic.
Clearly.
Coming out from both sides,
his mind
though.
might, because it just got fucking slammed into the fucking cement. But
it's a good thing you can't hear us shit-talking him.
Jake is beating him. He activated his art, and it looks like Jake's making good time of it by avoiding it.
Biding by time, playing his health advantage, but Raven with the counter
Raven knows that Jake has a hard time fighting against that. Jake hits the ultimate, dude!
Oh, the KO! And the first game goes to Chara Jake.
Fucking bored. Hey, I won, boys. Hey, I won. Dude.
Hey.
Absolutely astonishing.
Fantastic gameplay from both sides.
Honestly, I am very surprised that Jake did come out on top. I do think you have to set yourself to the back of queue again, Corey.
I will do so.
And then we can get into the next fight. I think I will
tab
also
into the
have to
game
do that.
really quickly. Back of queue. All right.
Back of queue. All right. They are now in the fight again.
Going into this next game, Raven might not be playing his famous Kage, but we will see.
See, I'm eager for this. Now, I did notice that Jake is back in silver.
Right. Yes, he said so. He said he fell, but with some advice from Raven, surprisingly, despite being a long-time player. Oh, they're playing with the same. Forgot. It's best of 3 for a game. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Dude, the only person that can beat the teacher is the student. I'm very eager to see if Jake can pull this back.
Something of note, Raven is decently new to fighting games. Only this year. He picked up fighting games seriously. Jake's been playing for years, if I recall. Going to this first game, this second game, sorry.
No, you're fine.
It appears Raven is in the lead here with the Hadouken.
Jake has mentioned that he feels that he hits a plateau with certain fighting games, but he is certainly proving himself wrong with that high combo of number that I missed, but dealing half health.
Very even counter grab from Jake. The anti-air from Raven.
Anti-airs.
Both missed the air-to-air.
The grab, jab, jab. Hits him into the air. Gets a 3-hit combo.
Well, the anti-air from Jake. 4-hit combo.
Dude, can Raven bring it back? Jake learns to dodge that move, for Christ's
Finally.
sake. And the grab,
Ooh.
punishing Raven for missing.
Fantastic. Short round.
Honestly, Jake is making quick work of Raven. Do you think Raven's nerves are getting to him, Corey?
They might be. Honestly. Could be a little bit shaky from running, but I think it is the nerves.
I know. Raven's
The
proving
weight
wrong.
of this. The last 1v1 before Raven goes off to the Air Force Academy.
You know, actually, Raven is telling me that he will not get into the Air Force Academy if he loses this. It is a required part of the resume.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd imagine their esports division will be very disappointed if he doesn't perform well in this 1v1.
Holds him on
KO.
like 1 health just to prove him wrong.
Jake with
Goodness
the 2.
me.
Oh, in the second game.
Jake is going crazy. You're not weak, but no way I would call you strong, says Jake to Raven.
Man. You couldn't tell by their physiques.
Barbaric. Absolutely barbaric. I am eager for more of this. Can Raven make a comeback from the 2-0 that was last round and the 2-0 overall?
Going into the third game in the best of 5 series here for these characters. So far, Jake's stellar performance into Raven's Kage is debatably
Honestly.
his best character.
Now, I have heard that Alex hits very slow, to put Raven, how Raven put it. He has 8-hour attacks, but it seems to be working out. Jake is timing them phenomenally, punishing Raven for every slip-up that he makes.
Man, very few things get through.
Oh!
Raven with the Ed pick here, as opposed to his
Raven
Kage.
Raven with the Ed pick?
Interesting, interesting.
Now, how many games are we doing again today, Corey, overall?
I think it's best of 7. I'm not sure how many games overall. I cannot remember off the top of my head. But I'm going to be here for all of them.
Yes. Like, ooh, jeez. Blonde versus blonde. You know, most of the Street Fighter characters are blonde. I know that's off topic.
Well, that's Japan for you.
Yeah, Raven misses the punch. They both hit each other in the air. Misses the anti-air.
Jake with the grab.
Jake hits some nice combos with the grab. I don't know how that hit, but it did.
Counter grab.
And Raven did not cease the momentum.
The anti-air from Jake. Raven falling behind yet again.
Raven's in a corner here, but it looks like he's fighting his way out of it. Hits him with that. The amazing combo from Raven. Happy Halloween to you kids at home. Oop. Jake's about to fuck someone up. Successfully gets out of Raven's grab.
Raven with his V-skill.
Oh! Raven hits some dope shit, but misses the jabs.
Counter grab.
Jake is scared. He's throwing out the occasional jab, blocks Raven's punch, and then gets in some taps of his own.
This is looking a little one-sided, but Raven bringing it back.
Raven is bringing it back. They're both playing very cautiously right now, and no part of me blames them.
Honestly. Raven now knowing how Jake plays on Alex. Jake not knowing how Raven plays on Ed.
Oh! Raven gets the combo.
It's remarkably even with the combo to the
KO. Brings that shit back.
That's fantastic gameplay.
That was fucking nice. Playing safe really rewarded him there.
Uncharacteristic for Raven most of the time.
Raven is a very aggressive player. He's learning to fight against Jake. Sorry, Red Bull gives me gas. Raven does hit the charged punch and then gets a grab off on his own.
The anti-air, the combo.
The 4-hit combo coming from Raven. Escapes the throw. Again, both players are playing safe. Jake grabs Raven and successfully gets it off.
Raven with the advantage here. Surprising. Jake not used to Raven's Ed, like I said before. The 5-hit combo.
Oh my goodness.
Raven has that as his bread and butter move.
Yeah, and then grabs him. Raven doing damn near flawless that match.
2-0 into Jake on Raven's Ed. Fantastic gameplay.
Absolutely. I think Jake was getting used to his Kage. He practiced against Kage most likely. Switching it up with Ed, I think, was the best thing Raven could have done there.
I agree. It was a smart play from Raven. Brilliant.
Very
Brilliant,
successfully
honestly.
brought it back.
Alright, back of Q again.
Back of Q.
Going into this, Raven's probably will pick Ed again because, you know, that's how the best of 3 works in Street Fighter. Now, Jake, having seen his Ed, how are we feeling into this next match?
I don't know. Raven, I would say it was back to an even fight, but Raven has shown off his prowess with Ed, almost going flawless that last round. Truly, that was out of left field for, I think, everyone.
It was a fantastic gameplay. I haven't seen much of Raven's Ed personally, but after that display, the 2-0 onto Jake with over half health, man.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if you saw, but Jake does have the tag esports player that is false. Raven gets
Raven with
grab.
the early advantage.
Very offensive. Backs it up, misses the punch. Jake jumps over it. They both counter their attacks, but Jake gets in some jabs. Anti-airs them. And Raven returns the anti-air right back.
The grab from Jake. The anti-air from Raven.
Raven
tried to
misses
lead
the
into
second
his
part
bread
of
and
that
butter combo. The counter grab.
Jake blocks it.
Hadouken.
Some dope-ass music playing right now.
Oh yeah. What is this, Ed's theme?
I have no fucking... I think it... Oh yeah, it is, because Raven was talking about how hype he is for it. Yep. Meanwhile, while I was going off about this song, Raven gets off a good chunk of damage on Jake. Jake returns with an air-to-air with a counter grab. Another grab!
Ooh, fantastic command grab. Raven with his V-skill.
Oh, but it's continuing.
What is X, yeah.
Was it? I don't fucking know. I'm just
making up shit.
Misses his Hadouken. It's his bread and butter. Misses the charged punch, and Jake's gonna return it using his X.
Raven activating, or Jake activating his V skill.
Raven is playing very safe with ranged attacks.
Raven may have the disadvantage here, but the tempo is in his favor, in my opinion.
Jake misses the grab, and Raven punishes for it with his own grab. Misses the kick, and Jake gets the grab. Absolutely punished Ed there. I think Jake is getting used to now this play style, which shows off how Jake can adapt.
Honestly, showing Jake's mental prowess as a player. Raven's versatility, however.
Yes.
Going into this match, Raven said he had prepared 6 characters to Jake's 1.
That is very exciting. Jake gets off the double grab, dealing half health to Raven.
Jake with the advantage, but we've seen Raven come back from these before.
He has. Activates his ultimate, misses. Jake counters with his own jab into heavy punch. Jake grabs that. Jake, and then Jake hits the 3rd grab that round, and 2 O's Raven.
Fantastic.
It is 3-1 here. Jake being the 3.
Going into that whole game series, that is, if I recall, that was 1-1. We're now going to the 3rd game of this series to conclude the 2nd game, the 2nd match, I should say, of, if I recall, 5.
Jeez.
Man.
Corey, you gotta keep track of that shit, because
yep.
I'm just here to commentate. Hey.
Let's do this. From what I could tell, the spectators are making bets with themselves. Fantastic. Looks like RP retard points from Rito Games will be bet on this.
Oh, for real?
From what they say, it's accurate. Alright, going into the 3rd round to decide this match.
Now, I did notice that Raven did pick Ed again, meaning he's confident in it, despite getting 2 O's last game. They're both playing very defensively and safe now.
The counter grab from Raven.
Jake is using whatever he can to, punish Raven, just like that.
That grab seems to be Jake's default move. It works almost flawlessly on Raven.
Yes, truly, I believe that. Oh, there it is again.
Air to air, and the grab yet again. Raven not knowing how to counter it.
Though. Raven will have to learn how to counter that grab if he wants to get anywhere in this. Raven is stunned, and Jake uses that to his full advantage by comboing him in the corner. He has a shred of health left, and he jabs him to death.
Unfortunate circumstances
against
here
a wall with a British hat.
God save the queen.
God save the queen with the power of the queen on his side. Do you think Raven can... Oh, no, he lost it.
Just like the Brits lost their king, Raven loses his hat. Going near this, Raven does appear to have the advantage slightly.
Yes,
but
Raven is playing it safe.
Jake's...
Oh, Raven lost that advantage. Hits him with a control grab, I believe. Goes in for an anti-air and misses it. Raven punishes it with a grab, but he avoids it, hitting with the air into a combo to the black. Fucking damn!
Man. That makes the second match Jake. Currently in the best of 7. Jake is winning 2 games to Raven 0.
Jeez.
2 games.
I don't believe it would be wise for Raven to pick Ed again.
2.
Jake has gotten used to it.
Jake, 2
Adaptability
matches.
always beats versatility.
Raven 0 in this best of 7, if I recall.
Jeez.
I wonder what Raven's pick will be here, going into the 3rd match.
Honestly, quite frankly, I think it would be unwise to pick Ed again. It has won once, and it has lost 2-0. Or should I say 4-0?
Practically 4-0.
Jeez, and even with the power of the queen, Ed couldn't pull it through for Raven.
It's very unfortunate. As we know, the queen is very powerful, but
giving him
not
a
powerful
200% damage boost, and he still couldn't use it to his advantage.
Unfortunate.
Absolutely.
Going into this next game, how we feel in not knowing their picks. Jake appears to have momentum, but Raven, as we've said, is a very versatile player.
Yes. And see, I'm rather embarrassed for saying that Jake was the underdog. Truly, I thought the amount of preparing would quite simply beat him. Raven now going with G, the king of the world in the lore. But will he be the king of this fight? Lord knows. He has a gun. He straight up has a strap.
He is packing going into this fight.
Misses 2 down kicks, goes in with the low punch. Just getting off at little bits of chip damage on Jake.
The air to air.
The air to air. The grab.
Fantastic play from Raven.
Ooh,
Raven's true versatility
showing grabs. Raven with a 3rd grab, and then doing a cool as fuck walk away.
The swagger,
with the low attack, and then grabs in the second that Jake gets back up.
Fantastic gameplay coming from both sides.
I think Raven is truly abusing the fact that he is versatile over Jake's
one trick.
What was it we were using? Yeah.
Jake's doing a lot of damage to Raven here. Raven leaving himself way too open.
Yes, that was a lot of whiffed attacks, and Jake absolutely abused it.
Raven activating his V skill. It's now Midas.
But so did Jake. And he breaks his back. Not enough to kill him, though. Throwing these range attacks to chip his damage down, and Jake hits his ult. Absolutely destroying Raven, turning him into a plank against the ground.
A very close fight.
Jeez.
That gives me hope that Raven might bring this back.
Raven might bring this back. He only did have a sliver of health left. Now again, Jake is getting used to this character already, I feel.
Jake is a very quick learner.
He is.
As we've seen. Counter grab.
Now, I straight up don't know why Raven doesn't use his strap. I feel like that would come in handy here.
In a hand-to-hand combat situation, bringing a gun is very advantageous, but that's neither here nor there.
Yes. Ooh, Raven getting off a nice combo into grab, pushing Jake into a corner. Both of them whiffing attacks left and right.
Raven, it appears, not properly knowing how to play into a corner with this character, but is still
Gets him out of the corner. Just like you said, getting off the chip damage now. Ooh, Jake almost missed that, but he got the third hit off. Perhaps Raven just bought that gun to show off.
He's brought the gun as an accessory here to show off his physical
prowess. Takes his knee to Jake's fucking jaw.
Fantastic gameplay from both sides.
Absolutely, we are one. Final round. Now, do you think he said one as in O-N-E or W-O-N?
I think it's a play on words, meaning both, personally.
You are right. He is the king of the world, but I think he's implying that he will win this.
I agree. Jake
Raven
now
is comboing Jake into a corner again.
Raven not knowing properly how to play into it against Jake.
I think Jake thrives in the corner as he's blocking most of his attacks. Hits him with the air-to-air into heavy attacks, into his ult. It hits! Jake is out of that
combo. And put Raven almost into one of his own.
Going into his own combos, whiffs the grab. He counters with his own grab.
It's almost even. Activating V-trigger. Fantastic in-air combo.
The amazing 5-hit V-trigger combo off of him into his X. Will it hit?
It will not. Jake blocking. Jake's V-trigger activated as well.
Dealing more damage with that grab into... Oh, Raven has a sliver of invisible health left. He's throwing the projectiles.
Raven has to play flawlessly here.
Will he play
protectively?
He's playing offensively. Jake is just waiting for his opportunity. They both have slivers of health, and he gets the jab. Ending.
Fantastic gameplay from Raven.
Absolutely fantastic.
Taking that round for himself with a 2-1.
We all search for something, but do we need to find it?
It's now 1-1
like a winner
in this first match.
Absolutely barbaric on Raven's part. I don't even know how they're both still standing with that invisible sliver of health.
Actually, no, that was Raven. I miscast.
Alright.
Wow. That is a 1 in favor in this best of 3 for Raven. Fantastic game.
I'm drinking water. My throat hurts.
How many games is it? It is a best of 7 series. This is their 3rd match. First to win 5.
Not in the game.
If I recall.
Come to the game. Charlie does bring up a good point. Raven is a renowned USA hacker.
That is true. I hear he's in association with Anonymous during this whole Black Lives Movement thing.
Yes. So Raven winning is actually representation for Black Lives Matter. Now, is Jake going to be the bad guy and shut that down?
I'm not entirely sure. So far, it's looking like he might try to, which will paint him as an enemy of the state in my eyes.
Yes, same here. Black lives do matter. Raven breaks out the Cody. Now, Cody is actually a personal favorite of mine. I think his kit is very fun to watch.
It is interesting. He brings the knife to this fight instead of the bat.
Pipe and various weapons that you can feed him up. Now, Cody is actually a character from a beat 'em up, so you'll be playing like it too.
It's fantastic gameplay.
Actually, yelling tornado aloud maybe isn't the best thing to do in this situation when you're trying to sneak in and poke attacks.
It's like an Avatar when Sokka would yell sneak attack and it would throw everything off against Toph specifically.
Exactly. Ooh, Jake getting in a bunch of chip damage. Raven whips out a knife though.
The V-trigger, bringing out the knife.
The knife. He's in the corner. He doesn't know how to defend against it. He's stunned. Jake
yet again in that corner.
Fucking kick, beating him in senseless. Oh my goodness, absolutely destroyed.
And almost perfect from Jake here.
Jesus Christ.
Bringing a knife to a fistfight. You might think Raven had the advantage there on Cody, but sheer physical prowess of
Jake proved him wrong.
Jake's Alex. That's true, Turlo. That is what happens when you wear clothing in a fight. That's why Alex is shirtless.
Yes. He is more vulnerable to knife
Jake.
attacks. Ooh, Raven misses a couple jabs. Misses his kick. Ooh, whiffs it almost intentionally to get him that grab that Jake was going to take advantage of, and Jake gets his own grab. Activates his ultimate. It doesn't hit, and he counters with his own.
Fantastic. Evening it up.
He whips out another
Raven's
knife.
Favor.
Will he make advantage of it? He whips out a second knife. A third knife. Is he going to throw it again like the other two knives? Yes, he will.
Fantastic.
And then he ends him. Maybe he was throwing knives that wasn't meant to kill him, but more of just threaten him and scare him.
It was an intimidation tactic. Honestly, if I had somebody throwing knives at me, I might be a little scared.
I would also be scared of someone who's throwing 3 knives at me and they pulled out a 4th one. Gets in his own grab. Who counters with his own grab. Gets in a good combo. 4-hit jab, jab, jab. Heavy. Misses the tornado. Ooh, over encumbers him. And then will he land? He hits his ult. That was an amazing 7-hit combo on Jake's part.
Fantastic.
Will he hit him with his own? He does.
Yes, he does.
He whips out his oh-so-famous knife.
The classic knife technique, only throwing 2 this time.
Oh, he whips out a 3rd one, though.
Will he throw it?
Throws it.
Yes, he does.
Oh, Corey, I know the teachers say no stupid questions, but of course he's going to throw it.
Right. You're entirely right. If it's a knife, he's going to throw it.
Knife, and that kills him.
4th knife. Taking that extra time to pull it out, killing him. Fantastic counter from Jake.
Absolutely.
Into this game against Cody.
Jake has learned how to fight Cody again. Will Raven combo with, or mix it up with a new character?
Alright. So, into that. That puts Jake at 3, if I recall.
Yes, sir. I'm very eager to see Raven's Kage, or Cage, I don't know.
Jake. 3.
Oh, it is first to 7 wins that wins the entire thing.
First to 7. Alright. Now.
Raven is in a severe disadvantage here. Who is private texting me on Discord?
All right. After this game, we're going to take a break, get a little bit of interview.
Little breather. Yes.
All right. Actually, in fact, because the player is thinking this is going a little bit too fast,
we're increasing it to 10.
First to 10 wins. So far, Jake has 3. Raven with his 0.
Raven whips out the back to Ed, of which any of you who have dementia got 4-0'd earlier.
Round 1.
They are fighting on a beach, giving Ed a territorial advantage.
With his outfit, that's true.
But you see, Alex could also be excused for wearing a bathing suit.
No, he is wearing jeans. Denim does log you down in water.
But it also logs Raven the fuck down when he shoves his head into it with his grab. Raven getting off his bread and butter combo. Ooh, hitting with the whatchamacallit. Throwing his body against him, really. Misses the ranged attack, and misses the kick. Using Jake's blocking the ranged attack to his advantage by countering it with a grab. Hits him with another grab, keeping Jake in the water here.
It is surprisingly even, despite Raven's prowess on Ed. Raven
nice
taking
combo
the
on
lead,
Raven.
the proper lead.
Jake is playing it safer than normal. Staying in this corner as Jake is very good in corners. I don't know if he knows that yet.
Some nice color commentary from Kanto saying, women.
I couldn't agree more. Where was that?
It was deleted soon after he said it. But man.
Fucking damn it. Kanto distracting us from Raven beating Jake the fuck in. Ooh, but Jake is coming back. Hits him with one of his X bars. He jumps over it, and that was phenomenal. Raven actually did predict that Jake would jump and hits him with the air-to-air.
Fantastic gameplay from Raven on Ed. One of his best characters, if you ask me.
Yes, Jake was going to make a comeback, and Raven shut that shit down, no exceptions. Hits him with a grab.
the Dukin
for
from
the ball
Raven.
The air-to-air into grab. A lot of grabbing on both parts. Speak of the devil.
Both exceptionally good at grabbing. Not their characters, but the players.
Both of them whiffing.
Fantastic.
Hits him with a
with the grab,
75th grab. Hits him with the 76th grab. Doing a couple anti-airs that miss. Putting Raven back in that corner.
Get another grab from Raven.
The
78th grab from Raven. Man.
Ooh, it hits him with that.
Using his V skill to his advantage there.
Ooh. Oh, and Raven didn't get to block that. Will it kill him? Yes, it does. Just barely.
Fantastic gameplay, making it 1-1 in this round.
Like a fucking. What are the things that float that warn you not to go out too far when you go to like?
Buoy is what they're called.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking buoy when he shoved his head into the ground.
It's fantastic. Raven's bread and butter move, hitting it this time.
Goes in for the anti-air, does not work. Hits the charge punch. Jake does know where he's going to show up, which is right behind him and combos him. Raven with the counter combo.
The counter grab.
Slams him into the ground using one of his X. Beating Raven senseless into that corner. Raven tries to escape the corner, but Jake is just not letting it.
Oh, the dodge. Fantastic dodge from Raven.
He goes in for the command grab and misses, getting heavily punished by Raven.
Bread and butter combo on Ed.
And
another
Jake
command grab.
Back. An amazing jump grab.
Fantastic gameplay.
Phenomenal.
Alex wins. Damn right.
Hey, damn right.
All right.
So paying your freedom seems you already got that. Absolutely. I would say let's pick that map again because I like seeing those girls in the background.
All right, let's get into some interviews.
All right, how are we
let's start with let's start one-on-one.
Got it.
Let's do one-on-one interviews going into this. Let's start with Jake, who's currently in the lead. Jake.
All right, Jake, how are you feeling?
Jesus, that was loud as hell.
Sorry.
Honestly?
How are you feeling this round, Jake? You have astonishingly beat him senseless.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
This is actually your fourth victory in a row now.
I don't know why I switched off G, to be honest. You kind of had me.
Well, to be frank, with we were commenting the whole time about how you were a quick learner into Raven's varied picks. You look to struggle. Well, it's either G or Ed as Raven's best character into you. How do you feel about that?
I've noticed there's a lot of patterns, like stuff when we have air to airs together, he always grabs me lands, or when he does
there are a lot of grabs. There are a lot of grabs.
Matcher with the Ed, he always grabs it for that too, so they're very easy to tech.
Yeah, I noticed that whenever Raven does any displacing moves, you know exactly where it's going to show up, and I want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful display of skill. Not knowing what character Raven's gonna play, how are you feeling going into this next match?
I'm definitely expecting either Ed or Kage. I don't know why I'm expecting
Kage. Are you scared of Raven's renowned Kage?
Honestly, no.
Well,
yeah, it looked like
see if it lives up to the hype or the
of all the characters that Raven has picked, I think his Kage was probably the one that flopped the hardest, aside from Cody.
I think he could turn it around. There's a lot of tools that Kage wasn't using properly that I think he's going to warm up and start using those.
All right. Well, after getting your thoughts, I think it's we'll get into interviewing Raven before we get into this next match, all right?
Do you have any final words before we send you off, Jake?
Honestly, I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he beats me. It's one of those matches where, I'm happy regardless of who wins. It's a good outcome regardless.
You know what? Right. That's why you fight for Black Lives Matter. All right, you have fun, Jake.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Let's
Go to Raven. All right, Raven.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
You are now down 4-0. How are you feeling?
4-0? Are you even paying attention?
What do you mean?
It's 5-2 right now.
Is it?
Yeah. Or 6-2, my bad. It literally says in the game, in the lobby.
Right. It does say 6-2. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down a lot. I was 4 of those games. I had family in the background. My nephew's over, my brother's over, so there's a lot of screaming. I won't blame that on my losses. Like, it's not the only reason I lost, but definitely didn't help.
No, I think you should use those screams to your advantage.
I think I gotta catch him off guard with more characters. He seems like he loses whenever I switch characters, but I do have some weaker ones than others.
No, he does appear to
adapt.
to learn very quickly when you pick a new character. However, it takes him maybe less than a round to properly learn to fight you. How are you feeling?
My
about
only
that?
problem right now is that mainly I just have to adapt around what I'm usually bad at, which is just command grabs, because that's like over the past 8 games, he's probably got 4 games worth of health bars out of just pressing the command grab button.
Oh, definitely. So is Alex a very heavy grab character?
Yeah, Alex is he's got 3 command grabs if I'm not wrong. 4 if you count his V trigger, which is what the little like running thing he kept doing.
Right.
Well, I wish the best for you.
I'm hoping I can come back. We moved it to, I don't know if it was already announced. We moved it to top, best of 10.
Best of 10. Yep.
Which what it was before.
First 10, sorry.
We thought it would be slower games, but yeah.
Right. So Raven,
quickly, a lot of 2 O's on both parts.
You being a wild card here, I heard you say, I think 6 characters under your belt. It appears you've used 4 of them?
Yeah, I still have a couple more options. I'm mainly trying to see what works and what doesn't. Since we're going to first to 10, as long as I don't throw away more games, I can definitely play at least 2 or 3 more and try to figure out what he's good at and what he isn't. Because I still have some experimentation for it. I think I already know what I'm about to do.
We have noticed that whenever you switch characters, it typically results in a win, at least for a couple rounds.
All right. Having that knowledge, I assume you're pretty confident going into this next round.
Yep. I'm about to pull out the big guns this next round.
Got it.
Well,
we are going to send you off. Do you have any
we will not keep you from that.
I'm gonna win.
All right.
Very confident, short,
very
sweet,
simple.
to the point.
All right, let's get into this next game. You
got it.
Do well, Raven.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Now I am curious. He did mention that this next game would be the big one.
He did indeed.
I
enter back in
queue. He will live up to that hype for the sake of the viewers.
Right. So, going to this next game, Raven being a wild card, like I said, very unsure as to who he will choose here.
I think he might whip out the Akuma. Or Kumbi. I forgot his name.
Akuma.
But he's purple.
Akuma. He is purple.
Akuma.
I'm hoping to see Raven pull out his critical art on Jake just because it's so cool on Akuma.
Yes, the demon something whatever or not is very fun to watch, and I'm hoping that we get to see it at least a couple times this game.
If I recall, it was Raging Demon. Not quite sure exactly on that. Someone can correct me after. Can't remember.
Like that.
It's fantastic to watch, personally, in my personal opinion. But he may not. Oh, I forgot to say.
All right, let's see who it is.
After this match, Doobie, I will get Raven to allow you to type.
Armika.
I forgot.
Tits. I hear the crowd screaming out.
It's tits and cock, only tits are seen on screen, however.
Also, Raven, tits. I am very eager to see these tits kill Jake.
Tits
it is actually
and
Jake's
ass, it appears.
It is.
It is Jake's
Jake would
kryptonite.
consider one of his best friends is now actually being used against him, and he is not having it. Getting off a good third of his health bar within the first couple seconds of the round. Counters with grab. Raven is aggressively smacking his ass against Jake, and Jake is just not having it. Getting off a bunch of heavy attack combos on him, missing.
I think I've seen this in an anime before, but I've repressed memories from it. Honestly.
Who the fuck was that? I'm okay. Throws
the mic
down
drop.
the mic.
Raven not looking so good into this matchup. The counter grab from Jake.
And then
Fantastic.
Heavy attacks. Raven just doesn't know what to do against that.
Raven, being a wild card, isn't very wild right now.
Well, it is not. He said this would be the big one, and maybe he meant the big failure.
Maybe.
Hitting
so far,
with
he's flopping
command grabs, though.
Very hard, you can see.
And then he grabs right back into the corner. It's actually Raven's PowerPoint being in a corner. He blocks very well.
He
Raven
does.
the fuck wrong.
But in the corner, Raven does get a little bit eager to get out. It's impatient.
Jake is fighting for Black Lives Matter, but not Women Lives Matter. And
Right.
he's surely showing that off here.
Jake an avid wife beater. You can see by the fact that he's shirtless.
It's a 6-hit combo. Raven throwing in a girl at him and beats through his defenses. Absolutely.
2-0 in that match against Raven's Armika.
That was not a good round.
Not at all.
Absolutely. I feel like everyone that voted for Raven should be quite frankly embarrassed. Me included. Me included.
Myself as well. Now 7-2. I'm going to unmute Raven to ask him to give permissions to specifically Doobie, because he would like to engage in the hype. Hey, Raven, I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
I have a favor to ask in the server, really quickly.
What?
Could you? Yes, Doobie wants to participate in the hype of this. If you would allow him to type, so we can get in on it. Just a text chat. Just create a text chat specifically for it.
Well, it might just be over soon, Corey. I don't know.
It could,
things follow suit.
but just very quickly.
Jesus. Let me see how much people we have here today.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We have 12 people here, not including the 2 contenders and players. We have 8. Jeez.
Fantastic showing. The largest one yet, in fact.
Oh, I need to stretch my muscles here. Corey, how are you feeling? No one asked how the commentators are feeling. How are you doing?
My mom walked in.
I apologize.
Sorry, Doobie. No, can't do, man.
No can do.
Unfortunate.
Raven spits in Doobie's eye.
Server rules.
I hate Ubers.
Server rules.
But
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Let's get into this. I apologize, Doobie, but Raven said. Alright, let's get back into this. Unfortunately, cannot participate in the hype, but that's neither here nor there. Getting into the back queue.
Alright, give me 1 second. Back to the queue. Now we can begin the fight yet again. Corey, how's your day been so far?
My day's been fantastic. I woke up about an hour before we had to start this, and after falling asleep at 8:30 a.m., waking up at 2 o'clock p.m.
You're fucking ridiculous,
great.
dude. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Not for me. Not for me. I go to bed at a strict 5 a.m.
4 a.m.
Oh, I have to mute Brandon so I can go back to commentating.
True.
All right, let's go.
I forgot to do so.
Brandon, for you just coming in, we were holding a tournament. Me and Corey are commentating over Jake and Raven fighting. This is Raven's final curtain call before he leaves. It's been a very exciting round. Jake is winning very harshly, 7-2. And Raven whips out this fucking guy. Who the hell knows?
I've never seen him play this character. Interesting.
Me either. Maybe it's just purely surprise tactics here. If you surprise the contenders, surely you must surprise the enemy.
Raven with nearly flawless blocks here.
Honestly, inhuman reactions. Does this character just have auto block on? It's crazy.
Maybe. Honestly, I think Raven has turned on his cheats.
He has contacted Anonymous. Ooh, but he's beating him into a corner again, just like Jake famously does.
Anti-air from Jake into a combo.
I don't even know what the fuck that wall does, but it's cool looking. Jake can't seem to pass it. And he is now firing him.
The anti-air.
Predicted the air. That was nice on Raven's part. That character's wacky as fuck. Hitting
Raven
a lot of these.
previously had the advantage here. The command grab missed.
Hits him with his own grab as a counter. Charges in.
Raven appears to be drawing himself. Activating.
It hits Jake, bringing it back with a 10-hit combo.
Fantastic.
Good lord in heaven. That fucking Indian man is floating in the background.
Alright. After seeing that, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling very good about Raven actually making an amazing comeback here.
Mixing up with Urian appears to be very effective.
Yes, it does. Jake is hitting those command grabs, though, and Raven is having a hard time fighting it. Teleports behind Raven, does not follow up with anything, though.
Position. Fantastic.
Raven's character seems very mobile, and it doesn't seem he's taking much advantage of it yet. Hits him with the wall, knocking him into the wall, and now shooting from behind it
Blocked
again.
by Jake.
He's a very cool character, in fact.
Raven in the less advantageous position, but he made a comeback last round.
Hits him with the anti-air into jab heavy attack combo, and just Raven is blocking all of them flawlessly to an extent.
Aside from that low kick.
Yes.
That appears to be Raven's crux, is the thing he's least good at, aside from, you know, avoiding grabs.
Right. Speak of the
As
devil,
I say that...
Grabs. Look at that fucking Indian guy in the back, dude. It's fucking nuts, this map.
He's vibing.
He is vibing. Amongst this very cool fight back and forth. Predicts that he will jump in the air. Activates one of his V triggers. Not too effective, though.
Let's do it again. It's very even so far.
Jake is powering up by swinging his arm in circles.
The anti-air again.
Raven is playing this a lot safer, and I feel like it's working out for him. And I think if he wants to continue winning, he should continue playing safe.
Fantastic charge there.
He's going with the little jabs, but I noticed that Jake is also winning by shift damage because he is blocking so much. Hit him with
Grab from Raven.
Will this hit? Does not. That is devastating for Raven, as he just got hit with Jake's.
Will not kill, but we get very close.
Raven has to do a lot to make a comeback. Jake is almost at half health now, and Raven's also in a corner. Hits him with the wall. He's going back into his defensive fucking riot shield squat mode.
Observe the barrier, head ass.
Ooh, hits him with the ball. Charge.
Honestly, very even game despite the health differential.
Ooh, hits him with
even
command grab, and he just can't do anything about that.
Ooh.
Oh, Raven was bringing that back very well, too.
If I recall, it is now 9-2 going into this last, potentially last game. All right.
8-2.
8-2. Sorry. Math
Goodness
wrong.
me, I was about to
But
say
still,
this shit was about to finish.
last 2 games going into this. Going into these last 2. Jake, stellar performance despite having not practiced as much as Raven.
Perhaps he just didn't need the practice, quite simply.
Maybe.
Oh,
By his performance, it appears he didn't. But he was practicing all day yesterday, whereas Raven, if I recall, was not, because he had prom.
Ah, yes. I wonder how Raven's prom went.
We'll ask after, but...
No, we won't. I don't care.
That's fair.
Don't
I do personally care because from what I hear, Raven was most likely wearing his patented creeper tie to
creeper tie.
prom. Raven pulling out the Kage.
Kage, this is what I was fucking waiting for, Corey. Also, Wormy asks, lol, Alex, how big is your dick?
Round 1.
I wear size 27 men's.
Yes, my cock is size 27 in pants.
My cock is size 27 in shirt. Is spamming the Hadoukens. Gets a counter grab.
Very even, right? Jake with a grab.
And misses the grab and gets punished for it by an air into smack. This is Raven's final bout. Hits him with a double Hadouken. He's now
Fire Hadouken from Kage. Raven with the BM. The teabag.
Misses that and gets the command grab on him.
Fantastic gameplay from Jake. Now is Alex the counter grab.
I believe that focusing on one character and getting very good at that character is better than getting good at multiple. And this has always been a theory amongst gamers, and I think this is proving, really.
In this specific case, probably.
Absolutely. There's no banning function, so he can just spam the fuck out of Alex. Not that
activating his V trigger. Or V skill, sorry. Yeah, V trigger. Fuck. Super even fight. Jake
hits him with the grab.
Taking it away.
Counters with that one move that Jake has trouble dodging. Gets him down to half health. But Jake
Raven getting anxious for the win.
I think Raven is just a little too aggressive for his normal playstyle against Jake, who's very good at countering.
Into Jake's Alex, you'd think he'd have learned by now, but man. Raven, I thought was a quick learner, but not as quick as Jake, it appears.
Apparently not.
Downright.
You see, can he hit the ultimate? It does. It does hit.
It does. Fantastic.
And you see here, Jake has played nothing but Alex, therefore he can respond to more functions with it, aside from getting grabbed, of course.
This is true.
Meanwhile, Raven is, albeit versatile, inexperienced in his characters.
Kage, he's most experienced. If I
misses
recall,
his V trigger and then gets countered by Raven's V trigger. He hits it again. It's with a point blank Hadouken and goes in for his own grab while he was dodging his earlier jab.
Raven's and hits with the Hadouken.
Kills him.
Fantastic counters from Raven there.
Fantastic.
Almost frame perfect.
That was very good on Raven's part. You see, Raven actually has played more Cage. I don't fucking know. More than his other characters, therefore he can respond.
In Shadow.
I'm now calling it Cage out of principle.
Spite?
Right. Hitting him with all these Hadoukens and uppercuts up into his half health.
Fantastic performance from both fighters here in this game. Raven with his patented Kage. He's had the most practice on, but
It's jab.
He's now very even because of Jake being very good at poke damage.
Yes, he is, as a matter of that. I think Alex is good at poke damage, and Jake is using that to his advantage. Goes in for the command grab, hits it.
Evens it up. Raven with the combo.
He jabs it, making him open to that.
Oh, it's critical art.
Oh, it's not the dope one. But, hey, you still got it off, and that was sick as fuck, really. All Raven needs to do is hit him with
1
a
HP.
singular jab.
He's getting close, probably to do a close range Hadouken.
Very scared. He's Hadoukening his health down from a distance so that he can literally kill him with
the trigger
game.
with the air to air to finish. All right.
Goodness
that makes
me.
It 8-3.
This is what I was waiting for.
8-3. Raven sticking with his Kage for this one. Jake having not seen it since the second match, or the first match, in fact. Sorry.
Can Raven bring this back? You see, if Raven does bring this back, maybe Raven was purposefully losing so that he could have this amazing comeback and tilt Jake. If you lose the mental, you lose the game.
That is true.
Jake has taken to...
We do know that.
Jake has taken to talking into the main chat about it. He is losing the mental.
It appears. Jake is very good at complaining, but Raven is also very good at complaining.
You know how I bought Nitro to stream this better for everyone? Hey, guess what I can do? Wee!
In high definition.
In high definition. I can win in high definition. Is Wormy going to lose $10?
But Jake typing that, he assumes Raven, well, might assume that Raven can see it, but I doubt Raven's even looking. Raven's too focused on this game. It means too much to him. As we said earlier in the bout, if he doesn't win this 1v1, then he might not get into the Air Force Academy despite his accommodations already being made.
That is fact. That is fact. And he goes back to G, which, as we heard in the interview earlier, Jake is scared of G.
I wouldn't say quite scared, but does not know how to play well into, or was confused why Raven swapped off.
I love it when they don't skip the cutscenes.
Well, when it's G,
how good
swagger.
Raven is powering up and moving is punished for it.
Taking the time, almost taunting Jake.
misses the down cut and gets punished for it with a couple jabs. The air-to-air gets him, and now he is being punished with heavy attack after heavy attack.
The almost 5-hit combo. He's still
powering up the move. Ooh, and then uses said powered up move.
Raven needing... Honestly, I feel like if he wants to win this, he has to chain his attacks a little bit better than he has been on G.
He is hitting him with almost exclusively grabs and range
grab with the Midas touch coming out from G.
Is that what it's called? Because if so, that's dope.
I don't know, but he's golden. That's Midas.
I love me some Midas. Raven waits to the crowd as he goes in, misses his heavy attack, and goes in with 2 more. Ooh, feints the Midas touch and then goes back down to get off some jabs. Very nice on his part.
Raven at the disadvantage. The saxophone in the background.
That saxophone is fucking funky. Ooh, hits him with his own grab. Now, if Raven plays smart, in my opinion, I think he should, well, do what he's doing right now.
Playing safe.
Ooh, Jake is going for the command grab, and Raven knows it. That's why he was backed up so far.
Raven playing aggro. It hasn't worked for him so far.
Ooh, the jab and jab. There's
9 seconds. 8
seconds left. Raven has to do something or else he's going to lose by default. And while trying to bring it back.
Getting impatient.
I don't think there is time for patience there. And I don't blame him.
That is fair, but...
Goodness. Jake put him in a very inconvenient situation there.
Air-to-air.
Grab. Countering.
Fantastic grab.
Looking for a feint, backs up, and kicks, getting blocked. Looking for his X trigger. A low kick. G has the dopest animations in the game, I've come to the conclusion.
Some color commentary coming out from the chat. Deanna saying, God, I wish Raven had tits.
I couldn't agree more. Actually, as a matter of fact, I wish Jake had tits. Look at him, he's fucking shirtless.
Honestly.
Ooh, hits him with the
I think
touch.
these both will be better fighters if they had breasts to show off to the crowd.
Yes,
fire them up a little bit more.
I think M. Miko was actually just for the fans. Hits him with the Midas touch.
The Midas touch coming in.
Blocking all of his things. And
getting impatient.
Jake unrelenting. Jake unrelentingly beats him in.
It's now 9-3 in favor of Jake.
This is match point on Raven or on Jake's side.
Yep. Now let's get some interviews now that it's match point.
Yes, I think we should bring Jake in here.
All right. Let's get Jake first. All right, Jake. This is match point for you.
Like I said, I'm feeling pretty good, to be honest. Things are still going about according to plan.
You know that money is actually being bet on you currently right now?
I have been told.
Yeah, I've been told. You're also, I don't know if you can hear our commentary or not, you are representing the entirety of Black Lives Matter.
All of them?
All of them. Every single one of them.
Yep. Does that mean that Ravin's representing, like, racism?
Yes, perhaps that's why he's losing. He's carrying the burden of,
white supremacists.
So, how do you feel about that?
So you're telling me that RavinJC, going into the Air Force, like the U.S. military Air Force, is a racist?
Is that not
who better?
Syrian?
Honestly.
I'm just clarifying.
This is fact. Irrefutable. Despite what he says, it's fact.
It's fact. It's confirmed, actually.
So, I assume you're going to stick with your famous Alex going into this, correct?
Or I was considering going Ed or going Akuma, but
if you switch it up, that would be a power play.
It would. It would make the game slightly more interesting.
I'm a commentator. I shouldn't have an opinion, but I think if you want to appease the fans and the ladies, for that matter, you should switch it up.
Yeah,
now, let's. It would add a little bit of color commentary, which will aid in your Black Lives Matter case.
Black Lives Matter for the colored people.
Now, I think it's ironic that Deanna is cheering Black Lives Matter Jake while the black person is cheering Raven.
It is very, very weird. Turlo cheering grabs.
Turlo hits it with the grab. Raven, Khalid counters with a Raven.
Well.
All right, well, I'm done commentating that.
Jake,
do you have any concluding words for how you feel?
I guess I'm going to switch characters because I love women. I'm an advocate of both Black Lives Matter and the women's rights movement.
Right.
Specifically, you, Wormy, Deanna, hit my line. I'm single. Through the night.
Okay.
Just in case you're listening.
I think that's some good final words.
I'll send you off.
All right. I'm eager to see how Raven feels. Is he shocked? Is he scared?
All right, Raven.
Yeah.
Jake is to match point currently. How are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
Man, I'm probably gonna lose, man. I still don't know how to get out of the command grab, and that's like 90% of my health bar for the past couple games. If it's not that, it's that heavy, and I still don't understand that either.
I agree. He does. Alex does have some unrelenting attacks.
Now, going into this, what do you think will be your strategy? What character are you gonna pull?
Man, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose in style, so I'm picking out the classic Ken.
The Ken.
Ooh.
Haven't seen it this bout, but
No,
I
I
hear
do
he
have
was
to
your first
ask.
main.
Are you going neon pink pimp Ken?
No, I'm going classic Ken. You'll see.
Classic Ken. The power move from Raven. Right.
Well understood.
So you were looking a little bit shaky early on, but you sort of brought it back with your Kage, and so far you haven't won with anyone aside, or since then haven't won with anyone. How are you feeling about that?
Well, oh man, I've won with G once, and I couldn't win with G after that. I won with Kage once. I didn't play Kage again. I probably should have. I forgot what the other one was. I think it was also Kage.
Yeah, it was Kage.
Oh no, it was Ed. It was Ed. I think.
It was Ed.
Yeah, because you 2-0'd him.
I don't know. I'm gonna try Ken. If it doesn't work, at least I played with some cool characters. Yuri, and I think that
Urian
was
was a
fun.
pocket pick.
Okay, Mika.
The Armika was a random pick. I didn't pick my character in time. That was like a actual just.
We were
I
wondering
see,
why
I
you
see.
whipped that out.
Yeah, I don't play a character.
What was that one guy with the electrical walls? Because
That was
That was
Yuri.
Urian.
That was the guy like Jake was about to jump me, and I just did my ultimate.
Right. Well,
Very
I'm at least happy that Turlo shares my sentiment by just spamming the word grab in the general chat.
right. Yep. We were commenting on it the whole time, actually keeping count of each grab. We got up to, I think, if I recall, after all these games, we're up to 100. We're now up to like 120.
Yeah, that's fair.
127. 127 is what we're at.
That's right.
It's not, and I'm not going to be like sore about it. He knows that I don't know how to get out of it, so he does
Yep.
it a lot. But I just kind of annoyed that I don't know how to get out of it.
But you know what to get better at. All right. With that,
We saw
we will
you
send
did,
you off.
Kind of very well, but
Time to
wish you luck.
pull out violence, Ken.
All right. Let's see how you do into this next match, Raven. Good luck.
Thank you.
Very eager, very eager.
All right. Now we go into the
Now,
back
to
of
be
queue
honest,
yet
I
again.
told Jake to pick a different character so that we could get some more commentary. Hey, baby.
Yep. Some color commentary. Looking at the chat here, people constantly saying Alex is gay, Corey is sicko mode, Corey okay hand, okay hand, okay hand, okay hand, okay hand, okay hand.
Jake very quietly responds with an Alex is gay, Corey is sicko mode. Deanna being the biggest enforcer of this.
It is, you honestly, being me, you love to see it, but it is very, very, I guess, vague if they're referring to the character Alex or you.
I would assume they're referring to me, but for this case and my own self-confidence, let's say the character. It is
Seeing
a
as
lot
though
of
we
command
think
grabs.
Jake is going to swap, let's say it's the character.
Yes. Kristen does confirm that it is the character and not me. He whips
I
out
bet.
the Akuma and Ken.
Akuma into Ken. Sick Akuma skin, by the way.
That is a fucking rat as hell Akuma skin. Holy shit. If I could look like that in real life, I would take it.
Tristan again saying it is the character, not the commentator.
Yeah.
Going into this,
They're not spamming it. Alex the character, Corey is sicko mode.
That's what I see. Very even so far.
Yes, they're
Raven with the slight advantage.
Now, I'm actually excited
Winning
because
out.
both of these characters are very basic characters. They're the first ones, therefore they have similar movesets. And as even as they are characters, they are even fight.
Raven with the advantage here. Very slight. The Hadouken coming out from Raven.
Raven hits with the grab. Has him in the corner. A second grab, the 131st grab.
If I recall, that's accurate. Ooh, the counter grab.
Gets him in with the quick air. I don't think Jake was expecting that.
Well, first round going to a Raven. Chat is going crazy.
Absolutely crazy. They are confirming that Alex, the character, is gay and a cop. Or who Raven hits with the high beacon.
They're also calling me gay after following after with all cops are badass. That's so sweet, honestly. Thank you, guys.
Are they cheering for the cops now?
It's honestly putting them in such a good light. I'm shunning the viewers right now. Jake fighting for the Black Lives Matter movement.
Ooh, the counter grab. Goes behind fucking Jake and nothing personal to him.
Honestly. This fight very heavily in the favor of Raven. With his pet to Ken.
Misses the trigger.
Jake evening it out with an 8-hit combo.
Jake punished that very, very well.
The grab from Raven
hitting the 142nd grab and winning 2-0.
With the 143rd grab. 2-0. Raven knocked to 4 wins.
Me. Maybe Ken is the character. Of course, he got some pretty sharp moves, but of course, I still beat you. Wow.
Classic Ken. And honestly, the ideology of Raven.
They're trying to DDoS the character Alex. Lord knows why.
I have no clue why they would want to do that. It is a bunch of pixels in a video game.
Get over it.
Right. Wow, Raven out to 4 wins.
All right, so back into the fight. Raven's coming back with the 1 win. Jake says, "I will win with a Kuma." Jake is actually using the power of Kum in this, which he's very well versed in.
Wow. I hear that as well. Jake is indeed a Kuma.
He's a Kuma. Raven types in purple for Turlo.
Purple for Turlo. Indeed.
I am going to open up a Coke if I can find my bottle opener, of which I have thrown across my room very aggressively in a drunken fit a couple nights ago.
The 2 spams right now is Raven go, and I'm going to nut for Jake.
I'm just going to... Wait, do I have a knife? I knew that one knife.
I forgot to say earlier on, yes, we are sponsored by Coke.
Oh yeah, we are sponsored by Coke. I will crack this open right next to the mic.
Crack open a cold one for the boys on this nice Sunday afternoon.
Corey, you commentate for about 20 seconds. I'm gonna go look for my opener.
All right. This match, Raven now wearing purple, both actually purple going into this.
I lied, by the way. I found it.
Nice.
All right.
Game is now slightly even here going into this, in the favor previously of Raven.
Again, as these characters are balanced, the beginning of these fights are shockingly similar.
Hadouken for Hadouken with a Ken.
Another grab.
The grab from Ken.
Punishes the missed Shippuden with his own grab.
Hadouken to Hadouken. Counter.
Pulling him to the side. With a fucking another
now in favor
grab.
of Jake with another grab. We're up to 150 now.
Hits him with an amazing anti-air, putting him on the ground into grab again.
Fantastic 151 now. Hadouken.
Ooh, hits him with the double Hadouken. It looks like Jake is now playing safer to counter the more aggressive Raven plays. Raven misses the grab and gets punished with another jab. Alex is actually in the background, watching.
Fantastic.
He is actually here waiting for Jake. And it looks like Raven is now back on the side of playing safe. Akuma actually has a double hit Hadouken, meaning it will nullify his. Hits him with the 2 heavy kick attacks.
Raven getting impatient.
And kills Raven for his impatience, punishing him. And Alex is collapsing for the background.
With 10 seconds left. Man. It's very close bout.
If Jake wins this, he wins the entirety of this. It will be 10-4. I'm sure Raven knows this, and I'm sure... Oh, escapes the throw. They are both spamming Hadoukens and grabs. Exhilarating, easy to commentate over.
Fantastic.
Ooh, hits him with the upwards into slide. Raven has not gotten much hits in this round. I think the nerves are getting to him. Hits him with a powered up Shibuken and misses the second one.
Raven getting in a quite the health deficit going into Jake. His Ken is strong, but it appears Jake's Akuma is improving.
As we said earlier, Jake adapts well. He won the first time with Ken, and now he is losing to it.
He does indeed.
Ooh, misses the jab. Jake blocking with almost inhuman reactions, and then gets counter grabbed. Gets grabbed again. Raven is resorting to what he knows. He powers up using his V-trigger.
156 now. Grabs.
Hits him with another grab. Misses the Shibuken.
Yet another grab.
Misses the all and goes in for a kick. Holy shit!
Fantastic round from Raven and Jake,
Raven
honestly.
Brought that
back and forth.
Amazingly.
Final round.
All right, this is the deciding round if Raven will continue or if Jake wins. He avoids the throw.
Turlo very quickly said, Raven can grab my nuts anytime. I'll tell him. I'll be sure to tell him that directly after this.
I agree. There's an air-to-air there.
Yep.
Misses the jab. Misses the Shibuken. Hits him with another Shibuken, but Jake grabs all of it, and then Raven counters his grab, expecting it.
The Hadouken right in Raven's face.
Ooh, another grab.
We're up to 160.
Misses his entire X move. That is devastating for Raven, as he no longer has X, but is also being punished for missing it heavily. Hits the very powered up
Doesn't whip
Shibuken.
the second Shoryuken. Fantastic. The counter
Hits
grab.
with another grab. Holy shit.
We're up to 150 or 162.
Avoids the throw. He's whittling him down with Hadoukens. Hits him with another Shibuken. Ooh, he jabs him, misses, and then kills Jake. That was an amazing display of bravado on Raven's part.
Fantastic gameplay.
Absolutely.
We're now 5-9.
Raven is a people pleaser. He is doing this for the fans, I believe.
It's go time.
Twitch chat is now spamming Borger.
Indeed they are.
All right, I'm eager for this next fight here.
5-9. Raven being a comeback as Jake swaps off with Alex.
I think Alex was the crutch that Jake was leaning on, and now that he no longer has that, he is falling.
He's insistent that he wins, or that he's going to win on Akuma, despite Alex performing so well for him.
Truly.
After this match, I think we might, if Raven wins yet again, we might have to get them in here for yet another interview to see what Jake is thinking with his Akuma. So I'm honestly very curious. Yes, very quick, very brief. Just Jake.
Being curious. I look over to my phone and I see 165 new messages since 4 minutes ago.
There are plenty of Borgers going on. I don't know how the spam started, but I've seen it this whole time.
Yes, out of the corner of my eye, I've also seen Deanna hitting her autism spike. Ooh, love that. I don't have epilepsy.
Unfortunately, we are not sponsored by Burger King, but Coke, however, we are.
Coke, however. This is a refreshing bet. Switches to Ed.
Oh.
This is a controversial pick, and honestly, if you want my opinion, I think Raven might lose this one. Raven might straight up, flat out lose this.
Might. His Ken, from what I've seen, is better than his Ed, but he's not bad. The Hadouken from both sides. Counter grab from Jake.
Fuck Conk going Beppis. Coke is actually much better than Coke Pepsi, as it is proved with Ed getting off the 2-hit combo. He drags him towards him and avoids
165 now. Ed's team playing yet again.
Grab.
Oh, the dodge.
And then does the bread and butter, misses the continuation of bread and butter. Blocks his throw. It looks like they've both gotten much better at blocking throws.
Fantastic improvement seen from both players throughout this entire bout.
This is actually Raven's theme song playing here.
Indeed. His hype song goes for the anti-air, but misses.
Misses the 1-2-3 jab. Activating his V trigger, Jake has to take advantage of this power spike that he's getting right now. As he is also very low health. Ooh, dodges that with a jump. Not sure if that was intentional. Hits him with the bread and butter as an anti-air and then follows it up with an uppercut.
For the kill. Fantastic gameplay.
I think Raven's ideals here were that now that he is no longer being grabbed, he can go to better characters and not have his weaknesses exploited. Excuse me.
He's weeded out his weak characters. Now he's sticking only with the strong, that being Kage, Ed, and Ken.
Yes. If Jake does win this, though, with Akuma, I believe he will get drenched in pussy.
Most likely, as that is the only thing Jake is fighting for currently.
Yes, Jake is here fighting, and Black Lives Matter.
Well, to swap to Akuma.
Specifically Black Pussy.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Who knows what the fuck's going on in the background? Jake is stunned. Raven teabags and then fucking lays into him with a 12, 15, 16 hit combo. Oh my
Fantastic
goodness.
For the kill. My God,
Holy
Raven's
shit.
Ed pulling it back.
2-0ing Jake.
I honestly want to get into an interview with Jake specifically to see how he's feeling after Raven swaps it up and wins twice in a row.
I want to hear what Jake has to say about this. Let's get Jake in here.
All right. Jake.
How are you feeling right now?
Honestly, I'm still feeling pretty good.
You do have a lot of leverage. You have a lot of room to fuck up.
You do, but you've lost 2 rounds in a row now.
3 rounds in a row.
Since you swapped to Akuma, it's been questionable.
It's about sending a message.
Sending a message.
Only am I the best player in this lobby, but I can play my character that I'm not even my best at. An old character, I don't even play this character anymore, and I will still win. I will not go back to Alex for the rest of this game.
Wow,
I think if you successfully pull that off, you will get pussy. The puss, the sweet poontang, that strange, you will tame it.
That is the intent. That is the goal.
That is the intent. You hear that, women out there? Raven's saying Akuma is his other main. Jake is telling us otherwise right now.
That is not true. I made Akuma many months ago.
Many months ago.
Well, so far your Akuma appears to not be a match. Very well, at least, for Raven's Ed and Ken.
Honestly, I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm having a lot of misinputs where I do the red Hadouken instead of the anti-air. Of course,
I see.
Causing a lot of problems, but I'll make it back. So no worries.
Do you think that once you get that down, that you will win the next round?
Potentially.
Potentially?
Like, I'll at least take half of it. I'll just take 1 round.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back into your silence. Get back in the groove.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you off.
Balls.
Good luck, Jake.
Well, I'm very eager for this next fight.
All right. Do you want to get in Raven and get his thoughts?
I think we know Raven's thoughts.
You're right. Let's get into it. No Raven's thoughts. Is he gonna stick with his Ed or is he gonna go for Ken? Or maybe even Kage.
Display, I think he'll stick to Ed because his Ed was very powerful his last 2 rounds. Almost getting flawless victories.
2-0 on Jake's Akuma, in fact.
Yes.
Whereas his Ken gave up at least a round. I think he will stick with Ed, but we'll see going into this next fight.
Connecting circle slash. Very excited. Being mentioned.
We now see in chat that
Jake
we are
Tits
constantly
said Jake Tits.
mentioning Tristan in particular because of the quote that he said.
He does go with Ed again.
He predicted Ed into Akuma. Raven pulling out some clutch maneuvers.
Very excited for this. I'm very excited. He's boxing.
Ed's theme playing it again. I'm not complaining.
Neither am I. It's kind of fucking dope. It reminds me of old school rap.
Round 1.
It's true.
Well, in my opinion, old school rap is better than modern rap. There I said
I
it.
concur.
Controversial, I know.
The Hadouken coming out from Raven.
Ooh, misses the grab and gets punished with a sweep. Followed by a grab.
We're up to 170 now.
He does an air, gets counter grabbed, and backs off. Misses the 1-2. Blocks all of his except for the sweep.
Jake playing for chip damage here.
Raven avoiding the
Whiffing.
chip damage, but getting
Countered.
grabbed.
Grab. Fantastic. Maneuver from Jake. The 1-2-3 being blocked by Jake. The air combo.
Jake is back into that corner, or Raven's back into that corner.
Jake does play very well into side corner.
He does, he does. Dragging him towards him.
A counter grab from Jake.
Misses the throw. Misses, or hits it that time, but then gets counter grabbed. Raven is getting kind of predictable with that, and I think if he wants to win, he needs to mix it up. That is a nice fucking combo off of Raven's side.
Fantastic maneuver from Raven. Hadouken coming out again. A Hadouken coming from Jake.
Jake throws off a bunch of moves, and Raven
Counter
blocks
grab.
every single one of them.
Hadouken yet again.
Deanna talking about how stinky she is.
Raven now at disadvantage. Jake activating his V trigger.
Takes advantage of it with a empowered Hadouken. Jake here could play out time. He could just play out time. He is getting greedy with going for it. Goes in for his ultimate. And it
Time
hits
over.
anyhow.
In favor of Jake. Winning with time. Fantastic
Jake wins this
gameplay.
one. I think Raven would have been more
Hadouken yet
wise to
again.
mix it up. Throwing Hadoukens back and forth.
The Hadouken hitting finally.
Sweep. Grab.
The grab. 171.
Counters with his own grab. Gets 2 hits in the air, sending Raven back in like back into that fucking corner.
172. Sweep. Jake's attack.
To sweep into a grab, into another grab.
74. A lot of
Misses
grabs
that.
today. Hadouken.
He activated his V trigger. Will he take advantage of it? He dodges that, throws out an empowered Hadouken, gets
Raven,
smacked for it.
Has yet to activate his V trigger on Ed.
Raven hits it through that, misses it though, although it will continue to persist. He does have to. Ooh, counters with his own grab before Raven can get off the grab.
Fantastic combo
Raven
from Raven.
hits his ultimate, and Jake will be killed.
Kill.
By this.
Fantastic combo from Raven.
Nice. Oh. Ed's
Down
arms
to
are
the
almost as
wire.
big as mine.
I've seen them. I'm not sure about that. But
Talk to me in 2 months. Hits it with the sweep. Ooh, hitting him with
Raven
the bread and butter
started
combo
with
that he
bread and
loves so
butter.
much. Ooh, Barry just shows up at the final bout.
potentially final bout.
Potentially final bout.
Raven is still with the advantage here after whiffing the empowered
Grab.
Hadouken.
Punches, teleports behind him, and Jake knows that move so well by now, he can follow it up appropriately, but Raven dodges everything. Ooh, hits him with the 1-2-3.
1-2-3, finally hitting.
Raven is significantly higher health than Jake right now. Getting him
This is
down,
true.
hitting with the grab.
Raven getting anxious and Jake not blocking.
Jake can't get off those grabs.
Man, but
Where
Jake
the
is indeed
counter.
learning to fight his Ed.
He is. I think going Ed again would actually seal Raven's fate.
It might, though Jake's win was due to time.
Oh my goodness. Wow, I am eager for this. Ugh.
I'm excited. I wonder if Raven will stick with Ed or go to Kage or Ken. His Ken is mechanically, in my opinion, slightly better than his Ed, but his Ed is more consistent.
I agree. Goodness.
Will he stay with Ed? Will Jake stay with Akuma? I assume he will because of his pride, but
Oh, definitely. I'm placing my bets that if Raven does pick Ed again, he will lose.
really?
That's what my bet's on. I believe this will be the nail in the coffin for Raven.
We will see.
We will see.
Round 1. Fight.
Just think about it. It was a 2-0. It was 2-0 the first time, and then it was a 2-1. And I believe if suit follows, it's quite frankly just going to be in Jake's favor.
We will see. So far, Raven has the advantage. His theme song playing, hyping him up.
Ooh, it is.
Evens out.
Oh, they were back to being even. Raven is hitting these air-to-airs very well.
Color commentary, Turlo is Monka-essing in real life. He's very worried as to who will win. If the prediction is correct, it will be Jake, which will give him the overall win. Raven, however,
actually gets the grab off into a sweep, throwing Jake off.
His bread and butter whiffs the latter half of it.
It does. Ooh, Jake. Maybe I think Jake is letting the nerves get to him, maybe.
His V-trigger jumps over the Hadouken.
Jake is getting rather predictable, and Raven is countering that very well.
This could be Raven's comeback.
I think it might be. It is 7-9 right now.
Indeed it is.
Hits him with bread and butter, missed the follow-up.
We'll get an interview. One final.
Actually, wait.
Before the,
if I may suggest, yes. I do just want to give 10 seconds to this theme song.
Man,
jeez,
display.
Absolutely, I was wrong.
As we stay quiet, the theme song plays, giving Raven power.
More than power. And I noticed some of the theme song's lyrics were actually about proving yourself and gaining power. And I think Raven's doing that very well right now.
Wow.
Jeez.
Going into this next match, I feel like Raven is no longer the underdog. Jake swapped to Akuma, which is giving him significantly less power than Alex.
I think Alex was a crutch, quite frankly. Right? Raven asked if we want a break. Yeah, next match, I feel.
Next match.
All right, we are taking a break next match. It will be 9-9.
Indeed. It'll be match point all.
It'll be 30 love for both people. There's a 45. I don't fucking know. I don't play that shit. You know what?
Remember. All right, let's get to this next match. This is not planned at all.
This was not. We were.
Jake could entirely win here. But
Jake says, "I won't go easy on you," in a private discussion between the four of us.
Indeed, he does.
He says, "Come on, man." Followed up with a RavinJC is typing. Looks like he's just getting into the fight. All right. Well, Corey, have your bets changed at all?
Not in the slightest. They have not. I was in it for Raven, and because Jake has basically thrown this at this point.
He is throwing. I believe he was truly going for the win with Alex. Alex was a win character, and Akuma is the show-off character.
He's not showing very much compared to Raven's Ed, honestly.
Well, ain't you a high-def picture of strength? I'm shaking here.
Round 1.
Next time I go to a boxing ring, I am going to say that.
Hadouken to Hadouken. This map is beautiful, honestly. The colors are fantastic.
Yes, actually, live Jake in the background.
That's true. Jake playing Street Fighter. Wow, playing Street Fighter.
All of each other's attacks are being blocked by each other.
Hadouken on Raven. Jake's Hadouken just a little bit faster there.
Ooh, hits it with the counter. Hits him with the grab. That is a Raven specialty now at 132.
Actually, 82.
Oh, fuck, you're right. My bad. I confused the first.
Understandable. Here we are, Raven with the advantage again, as usual for his Ed.
Ooh,
Jake
Raven
evening it out.
Yeah, Jake bringing it back. Raven's getting clapped. Ooh, spamming the Hadoukens now.
Blocks
the punch. knows where Raven's going to be after that.
Now Raven has the disadvantage here. This is unprecedented, honestly.
Ooh, hits it with the Hadouken twice in a row, killing Raven.
Earlier on, when Raven was learning Street Fighter, his main issue was jumping over projectiles.
Oh, you are right. You are right. I believe
He has gotten better, but...
Ooh, hits him with the 2 air hits, but
the 1, 2, 3 hitting.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate you calling us happy. We indeed are with the turnout of this fight. This overall match.
Commentator's gay. Yes, we are very... Look, later, Corey. But right now, it...
Raven again. Oh, almost even out from Jake. The Hadouken. Jake with his V-trigger active. The counter grab from Jake.
Goodness. Raven is going in for these unsuccessful attacks right now. But if Jake wins this, I mean, you know how the story goes. Jake is playing it very safe, which is uncharacteristic of him. I think this is where Raven actually thrives on him playing defensive.
Raven can indeed set the pace of the game, which is what he loves to do.
Yes, I think Jake needs to not let his nerves get to him just like that.
Sliver of health,
blocks
1, 2, 3, missing.
3 very nicely, misses the X attack and gets countered.
Fantastic. It's now 1-1 in this round. Jeez.
I think if Jake wants to win this, he can't let his nerves get to him, and he has to seize the momentum of winning.
This is true. Raven needs to mess up, and Jake needs to set the pace of the game, which he's doing successfully right now.
Yes, with just little poke attacks like that, he's slowly but surely making the game his. Raven getting predictable with that power punch into grab, hitting him with a 6-hit aerial attack. Jake then following up with that. He is half health, just got grabbed. Misses the attack. He throws that out, jumps over it successfully, making him waste one of his X bars.
The Hadouken jumped over.
Now, if Jake wants to win this, like we said, he has to seize the momentum and stop getting grabbed like that. He can't be playing defensively right now.
We're up to 187 grabs now. A Hadouken spam after activating the trigger.
Raven jumped
it's
over.
Very even right now. In the favor of Raven now.
Keeps on going for Hadoukens. Goes in for the anti-air, predicting that Raven would jump over. Blocks a 1, 2, 3. Goes in for his own. Misses the grab. Blocks a 1, 2, 3. Twice in a row now. Hits him with his own little combo.
A sweep Hadouken.
Misses the 1, 2, 3 again. Hits him with the ult.
Raven needing to block.
And it hits! Oh, but he counters with his own.
This is very close.
I think Jake should go for a sweep, and if he does, he might just win that. Ooh, misses that. They're both whipping attacks right in front of each other's faces. They are anxious. No!
Raven tying it up. Match point.
Oh, goodness me. That was very clean.
Raven seizing the opportunity that he saw.
Oh my goodness.
Fantastic show out.
Jake is not seizing the momentum. Jake says this is absolutely fucking exhilarating. I couldn't agree more.
Fantastic gameplay from both sides. Let's speak with Raven. Now having tied up.
My heart's pumping and I'm not even the one playing.
All right, Raven. You've now tied it up. Match point all. How are you feeling?
I'm definitely Jake.
Okay. Okay.
Smack talk going on.
Jake.
Dude, neither of us could get a single button in. Neither of us could press one button in that corner. I have you know, I put in my super in 5 times and I couldn't get it to go off. I knew you were trying to do like a Tatsumaki the whole time. Or something.
I was just scared. I didn't know.
Dude, it's so stupid. I couldn't get anything off.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely exhilarating. Do you guys have any Mac talk you want to do?
I don't know if you're thinking the same thing. I honestly thought your super was going to kill through my block.
That was my intent.
Yeah, I really thought it was the health that it would kill through block, and I just made it with a pixel.
I was praying it was going to kill, but yeah, it didn't matter.
How are you two feeling it being 9-9? Raven winning 6 in a row now.
6, yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just hoping that Ed can hold up, because I'm gonna be honest, Jake. I'm guessing you're picking Nakuma again, unless you want to go Alex again.
Oh, I'm sticking with Nakuma.
Ed's all I got, man. I don't think I'm as good as on any other character. What just happened? So much stuff on the screen.
I don't know.
Oh, Origin. Let me exit some stuff.
Turlo does say, Jake, I swear to God, if you're throwing for the sake of suspense, I will lose all my respect for you.
I can vouch for Jake because we talked about this before. He's not throwing. He picked a character that he hasn't played as much. It was this old main Akuma. It's like how I won on Ken. Ken was my old main. It's not like he's throwing. He's just playing a character he hasn't played a decent but.
It's not like I'm throwing. I'm doing this for a reason. It's not like I'm just
doing it for pride.
To win.
Yes, yeah, no. If you win this, you get puss, and if Raven wins, all black people die.
That's true.
Oh, now I gotta win, man.
Both are worthy causes.
Both are
worthy.
You want to swap, Jake? I think we should swap, man.
No.
All the pussy in the world, and then all the black.
Correction, all the black pussy in the world.
That way, if me and Jake switch, then I win either way.
That's true.
He does make
That's
a.
true.
He makes a
That's
point.
true.
All right. Well, do you guys have any finishing words as you go into the final round?
I don't know, man. I don't have any trash talk. I think we're both about the same skill level. Even if he was beating me on Alex a lot, I don't understand the character, and I will not even try to say that's why.
I have a lot of respect.
I got a lot of respect for you, Jake. We gotta play after this big 1v1. We do get a 1v1 more on Alex, just so I can learn your character. I've never seen a person play that character, so I need to understand how it works.
100%.
Right. Well,
All right. It's nice talking to both of you.
Oh yeah, like Turlo said, I'm gonna shake your hand, Jake.
I wish you.
3,
Shake it.
my
2,
man.
1.
My man.
Yeah.
I can confirm I'm watching it happen. They are shaking hands.
Indeed, they are.
Okay.
My man, says Turlo.
I wish
right.
both of you luck.
The final game, the final round. Oh
Alright.
my gosh.
Final
Let's get
battle.
into it.
Good luck, man. Oh, let's go.
Oh man.
All right.
Now, if Jake brings this back, I will send him dick pics. Quite frankly.
I will not, but I will support you in that endeavor.
I thank you for that. Turlo is screaming. Wormy
do
says,
have,
I will send him dick pics.
True.
That is
I
a
do
lot
have
for Jake. That is a lot.
I do have in real life a friend here who is a fighting game, avid fighting game player, saying he's rooting for Raven during this.
Now, the only reason I would root for Raven is if he's playing Akuma. As we've seen, Alex's grabs are hard to tech out of, and Raven wasn't prepared coming into this to tech out of so many grabs in one match.
Is that Cameron?
I think that's where
Yes.
his main problem lies.
Cameron's like, fuck it, I'll just go there in
Cameron is-
person.
Correct.
Though I did see a few misinputs on Jake's side.
Indeed, he was complaining about his misinputs, trying to doing his empowered Hadouken, trying to do an anti-air.
Corey's friend is a nerd. It is confirmed.
That is indeed.
I'm shaking here.
Jake, like I said earlier, using a hitbox versus Raven's controller
Alright.
could very much be either one.
Jeez. I'm
Raven.
truly anxious here. This is the end-all, be-all of fighting.
Indeed,
And Raven's theme is playing. I do believe that gives him territorial advantage.
it does. Raven has the innate advantage with his team playing.
Actually, Jake grabs back before he can
Actually,
grab.
for the remainder of this match, let's stay silent. Let the music speak.
You know what? I agree. I'll see you when it's done, Corey.
All right. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, that's there's a family friend living temporarily. Yeah, but it was a friend of my mom, so I have sympathy for her. I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is that a nice Mad Catz?
No, it's
Damn.
a licensed Nintendo. I do have a Mad Catz. I did have a Mad Catz.
Oh, you bought another model kit? You built it yet?
No, this is
It's a larger box than the last one. Hell yeah. What's the size of the...
Time over. Round 2.
Scale, yeah, sorry. We've agreed to stay silent during this because Ed's theme is hype as fuck. Maybe. I haven't heard Guile's theme. But having Ed's theme playing while Raven's playing Ed and bringing it back, hard as fuck.
It's got mixed up off of this. I don't know what that's called. I'm guessing it's a level. Oh shit! He missed.
It missed?
Yeah, Raven was in his eyes.
From being knocked? I know they had iframes.
Yeah, on the ground you can hit people. In Fighter Z it's a little different because you can hit only supers.
Right.
Sometimes you can pick them up off the ground and grabs at that range, but most things do not.
Raven needing a sweep here. Nice sweep. Fantastic. 1-1. Man. This has been super hype because
Sponsored by Coke, a pleasant pause in your busy day.
Yeah, Raven brought it back.
It was 6-3.
Yeah, it was 6-2 at the
Yeah, you're right. 6-2. And Raven 1-1 while he was against his Alex. And swapped to Akuma. Yep.
I don't like how slow the combo.
Yeah. I think they're faster on specifically Ryu and Ken. But yep. Bring it back and we have a dodge because of the counter grab. Counter grab again.
Forced him up into
Super. Blocking all of it. Counter attack.
I will say Perry's having a wide berth on the amount of frames that they put on the target, so it's not like it's too hard to parry something like that.
Air to air. Chip damage.
Also has Babby's first stroke.
Raven!
Oh my goodness.
Raven!
Raven brings it back while Jake has a shred of health.
Oh. Alright.
Oh.
Let's get them back in
Oh
here.
my god, my heart.
Alright. Let's get both of you back in here. That last round was so close.
An amazing display of bravado.
See that last short you at the end?
Yeah, I did. I don't like
Yeah.
It was supposed to be my super. If I did that super, I would have won.
Oh, super.
That would have been
Okay.
chip damage.
You're from the Demon Rush, right? No?
No, that was for the
Wormy confirms I'm never.
You literally use V trigger only for Gohado. You had to set up for a Demon Rush for the half the round, man.
Dude, I went for freaking demon like 10 times and I never hit them.
Okay, that's fair.
Holy shit.
I want you both to know that after the start of the first round there, I told Alex, man, this theme is hype. I think we should stay in silence for the rest of this match. And we did so. Let the theme speak for itself as Raven won.
Or not Cody, I mean Ed. Yeah,
Ed's
it was
theme, yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh
so,
my
Raven,
goodness.
having won your final 1v1 for the next few months, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I want to.
Pretty good?
Should?
I'm feeling like I'm. It's just like another hill on the mountain of trying to get better. I think I need.
Right.
I think I need to. I think I need to learn more about Alex. I think I lost a lot of rounds to Alex, a lot of games to Alex. I need to learn that character. I need to learn Zangief too, but I think me and Jake both need to learn Zangief in the first place.
Right.
But I think I learned a lot about Akuma. I think I learned a lot about Alex, and I think I learned a lot about Ed because I didn't know even some of the stuff I did in the round. I didn't know I could reversal some of the stuff I reversal.
Right. Well, Jake, how do you feel after your performance on Akuma?
Honestly, I feel fucking great.
It was a great few rounds, honestly.
Both of you on that last few rounds, that is the highlight. That was phenomenal. Both of you.
In my mind, as far as I'm concerned, we both won.
I agree.
We definitely.
I entirely agree.
Robin, I am glad to consider you my rival.
That is the first time Jake has ever said that.
Yeah.
It's the first time Jake has ever said that in any of these grudge matches.
Hey Jake, whenever I'm back, man, you know it's over.
Yeah, you're training on the mountain for a few months.
I can only get stronger from here. I hope you know that.
Maybe someday I'll be able to beat my Alex. For that day.
Yeah. Hey man, I won once.
He did win once.
I did win. So I won 3 times against your Alex, and then I won the other 7 on your Akuma.
Yep. Wow.
Well, Jesus. I'm going to unmute everyone. I think that was phenomenal.
I'm going to unmute everyone as well. It was fun. It was pretty fun.
Great.
Very good.